On page 59 of the For Goodness Sake book, it says, "TELUS answers the question, who are we, and in service to others." The brand acts as a way of expressing the tellers to the consumers. It shows the public what the organization is all about. It is important that the internal culture, which is the culture, and the external, which is the brand, align to properly represent the TELUS, the end goal of a company. The TELUS allows a purposeful enterprise to add social value to a society. It does this by uniting people, being honest, delivering a meaning, and allowing people to be selfless. Besides providing value to society, being a purposeful company provides value to the company itself. Consumers are demanding transparency and authenticity, and this creates consumers. Especially with the millennial age, people like to support a brand and a corporation that has a social meaning. They like to make a social impact. So consumers are demanding transparency. In chapter 7 of the textbook by Chandler, it describes different ways of determining value. There are two ways they were talking about were economic and social value. Economic value is closely related to the price mechanism. Essentially, what does the corporation do with their profit? So, what do they price the product at, and how much does it cost to make? The social and economic value are closely intertwined. They shouldn't be considered to be opposite things. You need, in most situations, the economic gains to solve the social responsibility and to create social value. The concept of economic and social value are highly related, as you need one to become a good CSR. You need profit. So essentially, the firm uses profit to make more profit. If they do profit maximization and do not consider the consumer. So profit maximization just thinks about only the end goal, which is to make money. But by profit optimization, you're thinking about setting realistic goals for yourself and considering the consequences of your actions. So within the same context of this, and considering TELUS, how is being a strategic CSR alluring to investors? So, as described on page 159 of the textbook, strategic CSR considers how the firm makes a profit instead of just focusing on the amount of profit made. In the work of Hahn, they found that investors are turned off by too much CSR. If a corporation is spending all of its profit on giving, they are not able to expand. This aligns with TELUS. TELUS is about who you are serving. Ultimately, corporations need to meet the needs of consumers. They are the ones who give them profit. Corporations can meet the needs of the consumers by having more products and continuing to evolve with the times. It is important to give back to the community, but this is giving causes your corporation to stall and not expand. Your consumers will suffer. So you can be a good CSR, but that being said, you need to be strategic with it, and you need to think about your consumers and ultimately all stakeholders involved, and not just social giving. This makes sense with investors because investors like to see growth and where the money comes from. I think that investors valuing CSR to a certain extent is valid and perfectly aligns with TELUS and strategic CSR. You have to consider how your product is made, for who and how you are going to reach more consumers. These are vital concepts for corporation survival. So CSR considers to what extent is valid and perfectly aligns with TELUS. Yeah.